Hi, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your August 30th, 31st, 2023 Blue Moon, Supermoon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps this channel out more than you guys will ever know. It gets me seen by the YouTube algorithm, so thank you so very much for doing so. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below, as will a link to my website, daneharttarot.com, if you would like to book a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or an animal healing. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see the energy we need to be mindful of, Virgo. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Ooh, this is justice reversed. So it's a sense of feeling like things aren't fair. We could be having a bit of difficulty with a Libra energy, but also things can feel a bit out of balance during this time. And that makes sense. Our sister sign is Pisces. This full moon, super moon, blue moon is the biggest moon and brightest moon of 2023. And Pisces is our sister sign. So it can be having things fall into balance for us or making us feel like things are out of balance. So just being aware of that is going to be super important. If we're looking at things and are like, why isn't this working? Instead of just trying to force it or push things forward, we need to kind of step back and let ourselves feel. So it's going to be the opposite of kind of what we want to do, Virgo. We want to be able to practically make things run as smoothly and like clockwork as possible. That's our energy. That's the sun's energy in Virgo. We're totally there for it. And yet when we are stepping into this energy of this Pisces supermoon, the again biggest brightest moon of 2023, stepping into our emotions and saying, okay, how is this feeling? Why is this out of balance instinctually, vibrationally for me, is going to be a really important thing. It's going to be a game changer. So let's see what spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Ooh, goodness. And spirit guides. This one right here, hope. I love hope. It was the last thing, only thing left in Pandora's box after she released chaos unto the world. Hope keeps us going. A hope for a brighter, better day. A hope for a prosperous future. A hope is everything. Hope is everything. And so embracing that hope and knowing that it's not foolish to hope, it's not naive to hope, it's beautiful. That is exactly where we want to be, in a place of hope and in a place of beauty. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides. Again, with things being out of balance. Okay. An end of a fight. Ooh, I like that. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay. So it's really interesting. We are getting out of our own heads during this time with the Eight of Swords. A lie is being revealed, and it's something that we've been fighting over. It can be something that we're fighting for. And it's like this lie is revealed, and we're like, what the heck? You know, I see it almost feeling like we're smacked in the face kind of with this lie being revealed. So just be aware of that. It doesn't have to be anything bad. I know that's a jarring visualization, but it's like we're taken aback by it, and then we move forward. But it makes us feel like we aren't as prosperous or as bountiful or as where we should be in our life right now. And that's not true. We need to get out of our own heads. And that's going to be super, super, super important to us. Because with the Two of Pentacles reversed, there's a sense that things aren't in balance. And we know that. We know that about this time. We know that about the energy. And it's like, okay, I'm seeing that things aren't balanced. And now is the time for me to call it out in me. Because when the singing bowl was singing, it was such a pure, beautiful song. It really was. It was so smooth. It didn't, the striker didn't bounce at all or anything. And so the energy here for us is just smooth and beautiful. We need to have that, we need to connect with that resonance. And that's going to be so important, excuse me, for us as we move forward to connect with that resonance and things that are out of vibrational alignment with us, things that are causing chaos. We are going to have a really big tendency to say bye to during this time. It's like, you know what? No, I'm done. I'm moving forward. I'm going after what I need, what I want, where I need to be for me. And that's going to be the game changer. And that's going to be a really big thing that moves us forward quite prosperously. So looking at this time, especially, with being so busy trying to balance certain things or get certain things just right, that we're missing the bigger picture. We're not seeing the emotions of it. This is a moon that pulls us. It pulls us into the emotions because, okay, so this supermoon, this blue moon, is at 7 degrees Pisces, and therefore the sun is at 7 degrees Virgo. So we're mirroring this energy just absolutely beautifully. It is rare and profound, and it connects us with our emotions, our intuition, and our spiritual self. And we're going to see every way, spiritually, emotionally, instinctually, that we are out of balance. And we don't want to. It's not something that we're like, oh, yay, this is fun. It's more like, are you kidding me? I thought I was in a good place, or I thought we could be even in a good place, but this is like pushing us for better. It's like good, better, best, right? This is pushing us towards the best version of ourselves we can possibly be walking this earthly plane. And that's a brilliant thing. It can be a scary thing. We can kind of want to check out. And that can be part of the journey during this time is with this moon being so connected to the spiritual self, and with Pisces being the most sensitive of all the water signs and just feeling everything. Because here, when it's out of balance, right? When we're so busy juggling, and in the Rider-Waite Smith deck, there's, ships in the background that are on this turbulent water, but the person is just juggling. They're just juggling. They're just focusing. And it's like, okay, but what about the emotions of it? And this is a time where we're forced to see the emotions of it. And this can be overwhelming to us. We can kind of want, again, to tap out, to escape, to shut down, to become very rigid in our ideologies of things and the way that things are supposed to be. It's supposed to be just like this. And it can also lead, to addiction. So whatever way we are inclined to deal with intense emotions, just be prepared and know, okay, I can be hit kind of hard during this time with the emotions. And that's why it's like a smack in the face. Where it's like I can be hit kind of hard with this intensity, but it's going to reveal so much unwanted chaos in our lives. So many things that we're like, you know what? That's bull. That is absolute bull that I have been dragged into this fighting, this chaos, this turbulence. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. And there is such a strength and a power and an intensity to us as we claim our worth and as we move towards freedom, because there is a real sense of I'm moving towards freedom and what is free and beautiful and without chaos for me. And it moves us to the Seven of Swords. There's a lie. There's a lie that has been told. There's a lie that has perpetuated the energy before this supermoon, right? Before this blue moon and after this blue moon, that we are kind of walking through the murky waters of, and they're like, you know what? This was absolute nonsense. And it makes us doubt our prosperity. It does, because it gets into our head. And that's going to be one of the things during this time. It gets into our head, it plants these seeds. And Spirit is really saying here, don't focus on the past, don't focus on the future. Stand in the right now of what you have, which is going to be one of the biggest challenges for us, Virgo, to stand in the right now of what we have, embracing our prosperity, our grace, our beauty, our abundance, our bounty, and saying, I am worth a fortune. I am a fortune, I am successful, and I am exactly where I need to be. Even if we're going through the hardest time, Spirit is like, you are coming out so prosperous, so bountiful, and so intensely driven towards success that nothing's going to stop you. Okay, there's a liar here who is so used to lying that they can't tell the truth, even if they wanted to. They make things up. They make things up, and you know they make things up. And the thing is that you're looking in the past, and it's like, well, how did they manipulate the past, right? And how are they manipulating the future? Or how is this lie going to affect my future? And Spirit's like, stand right now in the power that is you, Virgo, because you can move mountains. You really can. I know a lot of you aren't going to believe me right now, or Spirit right now, and think, oh my gosh, that's nonsense. It's like, get out of your own head, get out of your own way. It is time to see the greatness that is you. I always think of the Eight of Swords of Mrs. Havisham in Great Expectations, right? She wore her wedding dress and burnt in it because she lived in that moment. And we all know people who live in a moment of time of heartbreak, of pain, of disappointment, of disaster, of even like bliss, and they're always trying to chase that one moment and bring it back, and they never can. And it burns up their whole entire life force. Here, it's stepping out of being trapped in our minds. And in our world, we can so easily be trapped in our minds and what our phones are telling us, in the way that we're, typing, connecting instead of living actual experiences. And so here, it's like, get out of your mind, get out of your way, embrace what you love, embrace what you desire, embrace what you want in this world. Because this moon is like, live out loud, even though it's a very sensitive, contained, living in your emotions moon. But it's like, live out loud, be bold and be beautiful and let yourself shine. Let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Mhm. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This person traps themselves in their own lies. They talk too much. They gabble wabble. Like, it's just kind of like a turkey gobbling away. They talk too much. They're going to trap themselves in their own lies. They have an answer for everything. That answer, that way of always thinking that they're so smart, this is so clever, can spin stories, can, put everything together, traps them. Okay? Just know that. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Ooh, okay, bonus card. I love that you're sandwiched with Aquarius energy. That is really prevalent to this time, astrologically speaking. And we'll get into that in a bit. But we have here the full moon in Aquarius reversed. Okay. So to show the world the real you. We're kind of right now working, and I'm just going to start here. We're working on showing ourselves the real us. So that's going to be an important thing. Okay. Wait, more cards. Okay. There we go. I'm like, Dane, you're getting ahead of yourself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Okay. So what's interesting here is that the lies have come through and they were rather unexpected, like the tales that this person is spinning or what we're having to kind of like muck and mire through has been very unexpected to us. But it has left us in this place where communication is key. They trap themselves in their own lies. And again, that's what surprises them. It's like they didn't think anybody would catch on to this. Our bonus energy is nothing is yet set in stone. It isn't. And we're kind of acting like something already happened, like something big monumental has already happened, changed the course of our whole entire existence, and it hasn't quite happened yet. For some of us maybe it has, but like the outcome isn't set in stone. So that's going to be a very big thing during this time. It's like the outcome isn't set in stone. Be aware of this. It's still a time where we can move and flow and grow and evolve, and that's fantastic. And we can up until our last moments, and then even then we can grow and evolve and change and become so much more. With the Two of Pentacles reversed, with things being out of balance, it says conclusions are within reach. Things are going to be in balance soon. And this moon is going to be bringing into fruition a bounty, a cornucopia, a brilliance of success and prosperity, but also of just being bountiful in our own existence and in our own life. Beginnings are reversed. Okay. We're fighting with this intensity, like this chaos, just like, I'm done with this. We think we don't know what's really beginning. We don't know the starts of things, but it says bring love into the situation. So there's going to be a sense of maybe being a bit unsteady on our feet, like feeling a little bit out of balance from this supermoon, okay, from this blue moon on the 30th, 31st, depending on where you are in the world, to the new moon, which is on the 14th, 15th, I believe, of September. And it can be like, I feel out of balance. And spirit's like, walk in love. Ask your heart. Connect emotionally, because that's what this blue moon is really calling us to do. This biggest, brightest moon of 2023 is calling us to walk in love and saying, if you do that, the beginnings, the path forward will be extraordinary. The unexpected is coming. Okay, communication is key. Speak the truth. Sit there, know your story. Not know your story. I mean, yeah, know your story. Know you. It's kind of like your story, what you have written, not the fantasist, chaotic, whatever the lies that are being told here. Know your truth. Know the truth as it is. Communication is key. It brings unexpected twists and turns to this time that weren't needed, totally were not needed, but truth comes out and it's like, okay, communication is key. A person could talk themselves like into a corner, and they will. Excuse me. With the Nine of Pentacles, with this needing to be in the moment and not needing to live in the past or the future, but needing to be in the moment now, we are finding it hard to see that we're blossoming, but we need to have faith in our dreams. So blossoming is reverse, but having faith in our dreams isn't. We do have faith in our dreams. We do have faith in the bigger picture of what we see, of what we desire, of what we're looking for ourselves. We are blossoming into the people that we want to be, but we're not seeing it. It's kind of like when you're on a weight loss journey or let's just do a weight loss journey, because you can physically see that, right? And you're not losing any weight, and you're doing it with other people and they're all losing weight, and you're like, wow, good for you. And you feel kind of cruddy about yourself, but you're building up muscle and you're building strength and endurance. And then all of a sudden you blossom, right? All of a sudden the weight comes off, or you see the change, and it's like, oh, wow, that's awesome. That's what this energy is like here. It's like, oh, wow, I wasn't seeing it. I was seeing it at everybody else, but it was taking me longer. And remember, it doesn't matter when you bloom. It just matters that you get there. It matters that you bloom, that you embrace your path and connect with yourself. This is a time of a release of pleasure, of a sense of joy and happiness and success. And here, show the world the real you. We're kind of still, we're figuring it out, right? With the Eight of Swords reversed, we're having ourselves kind of step out of this cage, step out of this imprisonment of thought, and step into what we love and what we want and what we're accepting of ourselves. And it's like stepping into pleasure. But it's going to be hard to show the world the real us because we're still figuring it out. And this moon has us connecting with spirit in ways that is just astounding. And what we're going to find is that with our Virgo energy, like our practical self is coming in and it's shining through the sun. And this is like, I want things to run like clockwork. I want things to be, spelt out, directions, easy to understand type of energy. And this is a little murky, a little messy, and that's okay. It's okay. We can be in that energy and totally thrive and succeed. Saturn is conjunct the moon. Okay? And Saturn, and whatever it's made up of, because I don't know, but Saturn is less dense than water, which I think is awesome. Saturn is less dense than water. So it's helping us to move between the spiritual world and the practical world during this blue moon, supermoon energy. So Saturn is the shaman of the inner self. Okay? It is leading us forward on a spiritual journey, on a journey of finding that balance, of releasing the chaos, of stepping out of the cage, right? And stepping into what we want to be, love to be, and what we are. It's a shamanic journey. And we can either accept it, embrace it, be on that adventure, or we can say, you know what, that's really overwhelming. And it depends on where we are in our journey, whether we decide to go on this adventure or not. But do know that, this is a shamanic time. Also, Pluto is squared the lunar nodes, and this is a karmic time. Okay? This is our karmic choice time. And it's our wake-up call for the rest of 2023. We're going to see a different path opening to us, or a different way moving forward, a different energy sphere around us for the rest of the year and going into 2024. Now, the South Lunar Node is near Libra. Okay, well, the South Lunar Node is in Libra. There we go. And the North Lunar Node is in Aries. This is about balancing love. This is about, fighting for our passion, but balancing passion with fight and like knowing which one is which. The moon is Yod, which is also called the finger of fate, with Mars and with Venus. Venus is in Leo, all right? Venus is it's all about love, right? It's all about love. And with Venus in Leo, it's about the braveness of the heart, love, passion leading us forward. And Mars in Libra is about the balance of our passion, balance of our fight, our determination, that, warrior god energy coming forward, and then the love goddess energy coming forward. We need to be in balance with this, the finger of fate, how our passion and our determination on the earthly plane moves with our heart in the spiritual plane. Pluto is sextile Neptune. Neptune is sextile Uranus, and Uranus is trine Pluto. All of this is to say that the outer planets are opening up our psychic gifts and our, spiritual connection. So this is a really big time for us. It really is. Now, as we said before, we are sandwiched with Aquarius energy. Now, the full moon conjunct Saturn is physically in the sign of Aquarius during this time. And the sign of the Aquarius is the zigzags, like, that little, kind of like looks like, I always thought of it as a monster's mouth when I was little. And it's the water bearer. But this is the oldest iconography here on Earth. It is. Oldest iconography of human beings on Earth. It's like 40,000 years old. Water bearer, living waters. The shamanic time where we are being guided between the spirit world and the earthly plane is in the living waters, the call to our blood, the call to the essence of ourselves, the water that makes us up, nourishes us, guides us forward. That is where the moon and Saturn lie during this time. And that is really, really cool. That is extraordinary. Pisces is the most egoless sign, and therefore it means that this full moon, supermoon, blue moon is shining light on our disillusionment. And we can see that where we're out of balance with things. It's coming through energetically of being out of balance. And it's shining light on the deceptions in our lives, the lies that have been told and that have been trying to rule things. Those lies being called out, whether it's a person or an idea or a way that we thought of ourselves, those lies called out. And that's cool. We are being guided back to our hearts. We're falling back in love with ourselves, which is awesome. And we're also falling back in love with the earth. And there's just such power and beauty here to be embraced and to just shine with, And we're in the season of Virgo. The sun is shining on us. It is time for us to shine emotionally, spiritually, and personally. It moves us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. The Nine of Wands reversed. We're tired of battles. We really are. So just be aware that this can mean that the kind of fight, flee, freeze energy can come up and we can want to flight. We can want to be out of there. So just be aware of this. But we're also not taking anybody's nonsense to start fights, to start things. And it's like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not being a part of this. I don't want it. We then have enchanted as our message from spirit. This is an enchanted time. It really is. It's a magical time. We may not think it as we're living it, like, oh my gosh, this isn't magical. This is kind of chaotic or intense or, whatever. But when we look back, it's like, wow, this is a time that shift the balance of so much in my life. This is a time that opened me up to the magic of my world and existence, of spirit, of self, of the universe. Our subconscious tarot message is the Eight of Cups. We're walking away from something. This is an ending as severe as a divorce. It's like a severing. It's over. I'm done. We're out of here. I'm not doing this anymore. Energy. It's like, no, I know my worth. And even though I was in love with this once upon a time or thought I loved this once upon a time, I'm done now. I've given enough time, enough energy, enough effort to something that isn't working, and I'm out. That's what it is. And it's doing so with such a confidence in yourself, such a bravery of soul. Okay, the path is reversed, which makes perfect sense for this time. This sense of, oh, am I moving in the right direction? Am I heading the right way? There's like question marks around us. And adjustments are required. We're going to have to do things a little bit differently. Kind of we thought, oh, it's going to be just like this. And Spirit's like, no, it's not. It's going to be different. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be beautiful. And it's going to be opening up to our energy and our souls and ourselves. But adjustments to how we've been handling things or how we've been seeing things are totally required during this time. Like just it's going to be a sense of like, oh, okay, I'm stepping into this. I just had to change things and I didn't realize. All right. All right, Virgo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time, of this supermoon, biggest, brightest moon of 2023, and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony. Virgo, may blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless, and have a blessed blue moon. Bye.